Okay, now we're down to the last joint, big joint on the leg, and it's the biggest joints on the bench. And it's this long tenon that goes through the legs, and we have the slot where the wedge that locks this to the leg. If you'll notice, it has an angled shoulder that matches same 15 degrees that we cut the legs at, same angle there. The top is, let's see, we're 10 inches, you want to start 10 inches in from the end of your stretcher to this shoulder. For a 6 foot 4 inch bench, which we're building here, to the shoulder on the opposite end is 53 3/4 inches. And then you have another 10 for the tenon past that. So an overall length of 73 3/4, basically minus 10 from each end for the tenons for a 6 foot 4 inch bench. If you're going to change the length of your bench, whether you want it longer or shorter, you would need to change the distance between these shoulders. These tenons need to stay the same length. So if you want a bench a little longer or shorter, change the dimension in between, because this is what determines the length of your frame of the undercarriage of the bench. Okay, so to lay these out, a lot like we did with the legs, we'll keep these in pairs. And what I do on these is just make one triangle in the middle of the stretchers with the point pointing towards what will be the front of the bench. And then mark your faces with a squiggly mark, like what we've been doing. And keep it as a pair, of course. So you want them both to be the same. So we'll measure back 10 inches. Square that across. And generally at this point I would go ahead and measure and lay out the other end, but for time's sake we're going to move on with this. So we've got our 10 inches. We want to angle away from our line towards the tenon. We're 10 inches on top of the tenon. This can be a little confusing. So what we want is this to angle this way. So we've set our bevel at 16 degrees, like what we've done 15 degrees rather, like we've done previously. And mark that angle. And then connect the two. And there's your shoulder for the long tenon on the front and back stretchers. Okay, with the shoulder laid out and we have the length of our tenon determined there, now we need to mark the width. And I usually use 1 1/8 inches. That's what the original is. You can make them a little bit wider if you want to. I wouldn't make them any more narrow than that. But just set your pins on your mortise gauge about 1 1/8 inches or so. I've got it. That one's too far open. So right at about 1 1/8 inches. And just like what we've done before, just kind of eyeball it. Make a mark from either direction. Need to go just a shade. Okay, that's close enough. as long as you always gauge from the face side, as I mentioned earlier, if it's a little bit to one side or the other, it makes no difference. We'll be using this same gauge in the same setting to lay out the mortise in the leg here shortly. So, but just like what we've done on the earlier, just scribe those in. Don't do it crooked. Okay, there's our tenon. This is our waist. We'll be sawing away. Now it's ready to saw it out. With our layout complete, we're ready to saw our waist, our cheeks of this 10-inch long tenon, and just going to use a rip saw. Pretty much what we've done before, just a little bit longer cut. Just cutting on the waist side of the line and work from both sides.
This is Joshua Farnsworth. If you're interested in learning traditional woodworking with hand tools, visit my website at woodandshop.com, where you can find free video tutorials, workshop tours of amazing traditional woodworkers, and tool buying guides. You can ask questions and share your projects with thousands of woodworkers on my free traditional woodworking forum. Make sure you subscribe to my regular blog posts, and also check out my 10 steps for getting started in traditional woodworking. Enjoy!